We now head off to Serie A now with the Sassuolo versus Torino game. We have under 2.5 goals in this game at 2.07 with Pinnacle. It's another grade C. Now, yeah, your first thought, you might think, hang on a minute, Sassuolo have actually had over 2.5 goals in all of their home games this season. And whilst that is true, you know, in that head-to-head stats, Sassuolo versus Torino, this particular fixture has seen 7 out of 7 under 2.5 goals played out between the pair of them. Also, a deciding factor in our decision was that Sassuolo got beaten 3-0 away to Udinese in their last game last weekend. Torino aren't conceding very many recently. They are on a little bit of a upturn in form, beating Bologna and Roma in back-to-back games. So I feel like Sassuolo will be sitting back the entire game and only playing on the break, which will obviously help Torino. But as we know, in Italy, they like their defending. So it's a nice looking price for something that's happened in every game that they've played in this particular fixture. So we're going to go with under 2.5 goals here. And lastly, we're heading to Lazio versus Sampdoria. We're going to go with over. And lastly, we're going to head over to Lazio versus Sampdoria. It's a 5 p.m. kickoff time UK on Sunday. Lazio have played out 15 over 2.5 goals games out of their 18 fixtures, which is an incredible stat. Why wouldn't you want to take them, you know? And if memory serves me correctly, there was a 7-3 quite recently in this fixture. Also a 2-2 last season. So, you know, these teams like to score against one another. Lazio are unbeaten at home. They have a game in hand on Inter and Juventus, which I think if they win, they move towards 3 points away from Juventus. So they have every reason to want to go for this win. Napoli, we got wrong. Last weekend, we had over 2.5 goals. Gattuso is in charge of Napoli, and he is historically a defensive coach as well as a defensive-minded player. So we didn't see that. We're going to stay in Italy now with Lazio versus Sampdoria. We're going to have over 2.5 goals at 1.64. That is with Pinnacle. It's a grade C. They kick off at 5 p.m. on Sunday. That's a UK kick-off time. Lazio have had 18 games this year, and of those 18 games, 15 have been over 2.5 goals. It's an astonishing record, really, when you think about it. We had them last week, as you saw in our recap, but unfortunately they were playing Napoli, and I didn't quite see